All right, this is a story we've been watching for a while. It's a female journalist, and she has gone viral with a tweet speaking up for tomboys across the country. She posted this photo to Twitter, showing off her childhood style. Of course, posing with a different kind of haircut, not girly, bare face, and a big smile, writing, quote, "Many women are tomboys growing up. This is me at age 10 or 11 in the early 90s. I wore androgynous, masculine clothes until around the age 23. Friends and interests all skewed masculine. And not a single person ever suggested any of these things made me a boy or a man. We have gone backwards." The woman behind that tweet, Nina Power, senior editor and columnist for Compact Magazine, joins us now. Nina, we saw your post go viral. It struck a lot of people when you said something that I think many people are thinking in this moment. Not taking away from those who are different and go through that transition because they feel they must, but you're taking issue with those girls who grow up tomboys and suddenly people are questioning whether or not they should remain in their gender.
Right. So I guess I was just remembering what it was like not that long ago, right? The 1990s is in living memory for a lot of people. And there just seemed to be a lot less pressure on young boys and girls in terms of their interests and their desires and who they were friends with. Like it was much freer. It was before the internet, I suppose. And maybe partly I was mourning that time or remembering it. But I think there's so much pressure now on young children. And I think a lot of us in the UK are very worried that the moment a child becomes unhappy or feels unhappy with his or her body, that there's immediately a kind of rush to somehow diagnose this unhappiness. And I think a lot of people are worried about a situation where young children might be put on a particular course, either through puberty blockers or through drugs or surgery, that doesn't really address the problem and that actually will lead to a lot more harm, a lot more unhappiness.
You got a lot of attention for that tweet. Why do you think that is?
I think because it's a very contentious issue, and a lot of the time we're looking at the current moment, and we forget that there were these other possibilities. And I do still think a lot of children are growing up with this freedom to express themselves, to go through different phases. In a way, that's what children do. Like, it should be a matter of indifference at some level. Of course, we care very much. We look after children. We love children. We want to protect them. And we don't want them to come to harm. But I think adults need to take responsibility. They do know better. Children don't have all the truth at their command, and it's difficult to think long term. When you're young. And I think we're worried that, kids might be pushed or feel peer pressure, either from friends or school or from the internet, into making irreversible decisions that they will then regret.
Well, when I look at that picture, I think that is a cute kid. You were indeed, and I think all children are beautiful, but you do raise an incredibly important point, and I'll finish off by reading a quote from your piece, "The Trans War on Tomboys," you write. "Children must be allowed to grow up without having their normal behavior pathologized. Adults must face up to their duty to protect children and teenagers from their own desires and not to imagine that their children know best. The subject of that photograph may seem boyish," you write, "but that person was a girl then and is a woman now. And this reality is beautiful to me." And you are beautiful. And thank you very much for joining us on that and chiming in on what is a big growing conversation happening in this country. And obviously, with your point being made there in the UK, it's happening there as well. Thank you so much, Nina.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.